Hello, Serge here for the Backyard Driving Range. All right, today we have an In Your Own Words. This comes to us from Jim Moore, and Jim Moore says, it starts off, left shoulder at the start of the backswing. Serge, I recently made a discovery that has really improved my ball striking. It seems with time and getting older, I was beginning to get too flat on my backswing, which is hard to notice for yourself. Poor contact was driving me crazy. It must have been something you said on one of your videos that caused me to start lowering my left shoulder at the start of the backswing. I now concentrate on bringing my left shoulder inside the target line, and the results have been very gratifying. I now hit the ball more solidly and with much better accuracy and trajectory. I wanted to pass this on in case you agree with and wish to pass it on to other Surge proponents, or Surgites as you called yourself, all right? Again, this is from Jim Moore, excuse me. Jim Moore. All right, let's talk about what's happening. He was stating that he felt like when he started his backswing, he started lowering his left shoulder at the start of the backswing. Now, what's that going to cause us? It's going to cause, basically, he said originally it felt like he was staying too level, but if your left shoulder is going down, that means your right shoulder has to go up, right? Everything in your body is built for the law of that. For every action is equal and opposite reaction. So if your left shoulder is going down, your right shoulder is going up. Going down basically is going to very likely mean that it's going to be your left knee might stop moving too much inward. Left shoulder goes down, left hip goes down, right knee, right hip, and right shoulder go up. You're in a reverse tilt. And usually with a reverse tilt, comes back with a reverse weight shift, okay? So when you get to reverse tilt, you're actually in many cases staying in front of the ball rather than even without limited turn, you should be able to get to the point here where we start with a little bit of preloaded heavy right. We start at and slightly behind the ball, and what little turn we do make gets us behind the ball and to stay there behind the ball. So if you put a line on my head right here, you'd see that I'm starting it with it up against my left ear, and I come back and I stay there and I'm behind it at impact. Today, most golfers are playing in front of the ball. They even want the hands leading the club in impact. By the time we get to impact, they should be just about a straight line up the left arm. Okay? So it's very likely that anytime your left shoulder goes down, you're going into reverse tilt, which means you're slightly ahead of the ball. And if you stay ahead of the ball, you'll be hitting some super chunky ones. But if you go down bad enough, you're going to very likely come back trying to get behind the ball. And then you can do everything from the club bouncing on the ground before the ball, chunking it, or even coming up a little bit too much. There's a very good chance your left knee will, if you go down like this, when you come backwards, your left knee is going to be straightened up. Nowhere near like the normal thing of the rotational swing where they come and actually lock it. But you're going to have yourself this back, forward then back. And you're going up and down like a yo-yo a little bit. All right, so the one way we keep the wide knees out with pressure is to make sure that we stay level with our knees. So if the knees stay level, we can stand here and just lift the club up. But if your shoulder's going down, if it's going down, it's going forward. And it's very likely going to cause that to go down. And then for a reaction, there's a reaction. Okay? So, great in your own words from Jim. And many of us suffer from this off and on. So that's why one of the best ways to figure this out is all you got to do is, I can barely see it here, but there is a sun back there behind those trees. And stand here with your back to the sun and just stand here and look at your shadow. Your shadow is your best friend. He only tells the truth. And just pick a target, like in this case is a leaf. Say I can put a leaf on the ground here right on top of my head in my shadow, and I want to see it stay right there from takeaway to the top, and then it should go a little bit behind, right? See how it goes behind, and then swinging up, I pop-tart and get up. If I see that going anywhere forward, and you're going to see that, you'll see your whole spine, your body will go that way, and then very likely if it goes this way, it's coming back that way, all right? Use your shadow, all right? Your shadow is your best friend. It only tells you the truth every time. You can use your shadow. You can do it on the back porch with floodlights or whatever if you check it in the evening. Or again, just do it in your house if you got a big, long, full-length mirror that you can stand in front of and spot something on it and watch what you're doing with your shoulder and your head. All right? It's all in staying behind the ball, starting back there and staying there till impact. All right, that's it for the search for today, and I'll be speaking with you all again soon.